Money Roots is made possible by the support of our sponsor, Rooted Planning Group. Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Look no further than Rooted Planning Group, your trusted partner in financial well-being. At www.rootedpg.com, you'll discover a wealth of resources and expertise to help you thrive financially. Rooted Planning Group specializes in personalized financial planning, investment management, and retirement strategies. They understand that every financial journey is unique, and they're here to guide you every step of the way. With a team of experienced advisors, Rooted Planning Group is committed to helping you cultivate a secure and prosperous future. Visit www.rootedpg.com today to learn more about how Rooted Planning Group can help you grow your money roots. Welcome to Money Roots, the podcast where personal finance gets personal. Each week, Amy and her guests dig deep into the world of finance, making it more approachable and understandable for everyone, no matter where you are on your financial journey. From savings and investments to budgeting and planning, we'll bring you practical advice, inspiring stories, and expert insights. We believe that everyone has the potential to grow a healthy financial future, and we're here to help you nurture it. So whether you're a financial guru or just starting to plant the seeds of your financial knowledge, this is the place for you. Get ready to uncover the tools and strategies that can help you thrive financially. So without further ado, let's dive into today's episode of Money Roots.
Hi, Money Roots listeners. I'm here today to talk to you guys about the decision of making home improvements or making a home purchase. This is Liz Zemak, and I thought this month, given some of the interest rates with mortgages, I thought we could explore different ways we can upgrade our living space versus purchasing a new home. For some of us, that may not be an option. So I read an article in Better Homes and Gardens magazine this month, and they made the statement that a lot of people are finding themselves in a situation where their mortgage interest rate right now is lower than an interest rate that they could get if they were to sell the home they're currently in and purchase a new home. So some of us, we just want an upgrade, or we want something different than we're in. And I think in the interest rate environment that we're currently in, it makes sense to evaluate what you have, and if you can make that into something that you actually enjoy and desire, can you make some improvements to the home that you're already in to make it something that you and your family would be comfortable in, either for maybe 5 or 10 years down the line, to buy you a little bit of time. So today, I just wanted to talk to you guys about a few ideas of things that you may want to think about when you are trying to decide, do we pull the trigger and really look for a new home, or do we decide to make our space our own? So I'm excited to dive into that with you guys and come up with some ideas that hopefully will help you or will generate some conversation topics with you and your family. So one of the first things that you need to do with the members of your family or the people that this decision is going to impact the most is to lay out your priorities. What are the things that are most important to you to keep your house comfortable? What are the upgrades that you're hoping to make? What is it that you're looking for in a new home? Is that possible to create in the space that you currently have? So some of the suggestions that I had looked at and seen as things that would add both resale value, but things that people are currently adding to their homes. The number one thing that I saw that I found important was a home security system. In today's day and age, that's something that a lot of people value. I think it's important whether you get, just a doorbell camera, or you need to create something or have something a little bit more robust. So that's something that might be of interest to some of our listeners. I think with something like that, it's important to research, obviously, if you're going to spend a little bit more money on that. So I would call around maybe to a few different companies, get some quotes, and then set that goal for yourself to determine what's the budget for that? What can you afford? The next thing that I think is an important upgrade for some people is a generator. So where I live is on the outskirts of a very small town. So sometimes in the winter, there are occasions where we may not have electric, and a generator is important. So that's something that would, again, it gives me a little bit more security, not in the sense of the security system, but that we could have access to electric should the grid go down. That can be a pricey investment depending on what type of generator you get. Again, it's important to do your research and decide what your price point is, and then buy whatever the best you can buy within your price point. You don't have to go out and buy the fanciest generator you can buy or something that's more than you actually need. I think it's important. Again, you've laid out your priorities and you've set some boundaries around what you're going to spend on some of these things. So I do think that that's important to stick to those. So another option might be you need more space to your home. And so is there a possibility to add on and do an addition on your home? There's a few approaches to this, right? So you could hire a contractor. Some people are do-it-yourself types, so that may also be a great option for some people. And with that, just keep in mind that you're going to want to check in with your local code officer and make sure that everything you're doing is to code, so that when you go to actually sell your home, that you don't run into any issues there. So one of the last things that I wanted to talk about was on one of our recent podcasts, we did talk about multi-generational home living. So you may have a situation where you need to be caring for elderly parents, or you may be needing to care for some adult children. So what are some ways to approach that, and how do you decide what's important for everyone? So I think you need to really make sure that you've got enough square footage so that everybody has their own little space. Make sure it's an adaptable space, and that, there's perks in there that maybe you want. Perhaps it's an office or a playroom for grandkids, a separate space like that. So I think you really need to make sure you're communicating with each other and really laying out what's important and what you each are desiring, what do each of you need, and go from there. Obviously, as a financial planner, I think it's important to set a budget or a spending plan if you don't like the word budget. But make sure that when you're making these upgrades, you're thinking through the long term. So you've got your budget, and perhaps it's a plan over the next 2 to 3 years. Each year you've got a chunk set aside that you're going to put X project to work this year, and then you're going to start Y project the following year, and you kind of make these upgrades over time, so that you've created this space that you really do love and enjoy being at. I know it's not always possible to move or to purchase a different home than you're already in, but there are options to make some upgrades, and especially in today's interest rate environment, I think it's important to really make that choice to, if you've got one of the lower interest rates, what can you do to stay in the home that you're currently in? So really mapping that out with your partner and your family and deciding what does that look like? And how do we get there? Obviously, if you have a financial planner or someone you work with, I think that's a great topic to talk to them about and prioritize what needs you have. I know one project that a lot of people think is really just for like more curb appeal is some landscaping. I know that does add value down the road, but I think it also does give you a sense of when you pull up to your home, it's something that you love to come to, that you enjoy. So that might be an investment to look into as well. That can be a fun project for everyone to contribute to in the family. You don't necessarily maybe need to hire that out. Obviously, you can, if that's something that is of importance to you and a priority. I think that's a great thing. But thinking outside of even just what does your home need, but what are some of the wants that you have? Perhaps it is pulling up to your home and really it's just an enjoyable experience for you, right? Maybe you want a nice big porch to sit on and, get some furniture and have that quote unquote curb appeal. Whatever it is to you that you think will increase the value and the enjoyment out of the home that you're in, I think that's worth prioritizing, and it's definitely worth looking into as far as how you can make that happen. So today I really just wanted to kind of introduce that topic to you guys and begin to talk about what it might look like for you to start to think through if you're thinking about getting a new home, but really unsure with the interest rates where they are right now and you're locked into a lower rate. What can you do to create a space that you truly enjoy? I challenge all of our podcast listeners to think about that. And even if you rent, what are some of the things that you can do to create a space that you truly love being at? And that's all for this week, podcast listeners, and we will see you next week.
You've been listening to Money Roots, your go-to podcast for making personal finance accessible and approachable. Thanks for joining us today. Amy and her guests have enjoyed guiding you through the roots of your financial journey. Remember, whether you're planting new seeds of financial knowledge or nurturing the growth of your existing financial plans, Money Roots is here to support you every step of the way. Be sure to follow them on Facebook, X, LinkedIn, and Instagram for more resources. And, of course, subscribe to Money Roots wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss an episode. A big thank you to the sponsor, Rooted Planning Group, for making this show possible. At Rooted Planning Group, they're committed to helping you cultivate a thriving financial future. Until next time, keep growing your money roots.